So today I wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been doing to prep for the season, as next week is our first full event that has dressage, show jumping, and cross country. So as we're coming up on that next weekend, I kind of wanted to go into what I've been doing to prep for it. And today I'm going to do some conditioning. So I'll walk you guys through my conditioning routine. Hi, buddy. Such a good boy. Such a good boy. Hi. So let's get... just gonna get him out and start picking his feet as he finishes his beamer session. So I'm gonna groom him up. We'll talk a little bit about my schedule while I'm grooming today. Hey, buddy. I feel like this may become a two-part vlog because I have a lot I want to discuss this week. Sometimes I feel like I just talk at you guys and it must get really old, and if there's something I should do differently, I hope you guys always would let me know. Hey, buddy. These frogs have been just a little bit thrushy, so I've been using this Equiderma Thrush treatment on them. It looks like the beamer is done now. So right now, as we are coming into the thick of the season, I am riding 6 days a week. As we get into the season, I still always keep Mondays as a day off. Sunday, I am coming to the barn currently to do Pessoa work. And as we come into the season, Sundays will probably become my conditioning day, so he can have the day off after. I've currently had kind of a funny schedule that was like different compared to Gypsy last year because I've been really trying to build up his back and doing lots of Pessoa work. So Sunday has been a Pessoa day. Monday he's had off. Monday will always be his day off. Tuesday is a Pessoa day, which I like to start off the week trying to help him get loose. Wednesday, I usually do some loose, stretchy dressage and doing lots of my exercises that work on loosening him up and suppleness. So I try to work on dressage on Wednesdays so that he can get any tense, tight kinks out before I have my dressage lesson with my coach Allie on Thursdays. Friday has been my conditioning day. However, as we come into the season, that may change a little bit, and Saturday is jump day. So currently, right now, Sunday Pessoa, Monday off, Tuesday Pessoa, Wednesday dressage, Thursday dressage, Friday Pessoa, and Friday's been conditioning, and then Saturday is going to be jump day. I like to... What's the matter, buddy? You're okay. He's suddenly looking at me funny. As we come into the season, I'm just going to change my conditioning part days of the schedule based on how he seems after the first event and what we need to do. Right now I'm doing canter sets on conditioning day, and I think that one hardcore conditioning day will be enough for him with the Pessoa work. I think the Pessoa work for him is super important because I want to build up his back, and he's pretty fit at this point, and he's doing nicely with his conditioning work. So I'm not overly stressed about that. That schedule might change a little bit, and that schedule is pretty different than Gypsy's schedule. Gypsy, I felt like needed a lot of conditioning, and while I do think properly conditioning an older horse is really important, I also think supporting his back is really important. So I may get to the point where I do 2 Pessoa days and 2 conditioning days as we come into the season. I kind of want to get to this first event to gauge where I need to be conditioning wise and if I need to add in that second day. he's a little bit of a bigger horse, and he's a thoroughbred, and the novice level for him is probably, it's much less than what the novice level was for Gypsy. And Gypsy needed a lot of fitness to try to get through that course. And while I want him to be fit and happy too, I think he is fit as it is. And I'm just gonna have to gauge that as we go along. Sorry to not be more definitive. I feel like in the next 2 weeks, I will know if I need to add in a second conditioning day or not. But it's just how it goes. So that has kind of been my schedule leading up to the events. 2 to 3 Pessoa days, 1 to 2 conditioning days, 2 dressage days, and a jump school. If I feel like as we come into the season 2, I need a second jump, I'm struggling with something, we will. But I haven't had any issues with him. He knows his job, he's a good boy. Taking a horse's fitness seriously is very important. I think it also, I can't give anyone a set conditioning schedule because the conditioning varies so much from horse to horse. Jippy, with her size and her age and the level that it was being a pony, the jumps were so big for her, and she just needed totally different conditioning than Doppler does. Same as other riders in the barn, their conditioning schedule is different than mine, and I think making sure your horse is fit is very important, but every horse needs a different type of schedule. So for Doppler right now, as fitness is really important, I'm still working really hard at supporting his back and filling out the muscle through here. I may not be able to completely build this up as he's older, and at some point some of it kind of atrophies, but that is my big focus for him coming into the season, is trying to get him looking his best as we're at the beginning still. And we didn't really get there as fast as we wanted to go. Gypsy at this point in the season needed more cardio. So I have a friend that is getting certified in kinesiology or taping things, and she has been taping his back here to help support it, and I think it's really been working. I think in the last couple weeks he looks really good, and he's starting to fill out over his ribs, even though he's been a very picky eater. Yes, I know. But those are all the things that we're working on. I think his schedule has to change a lot to meet his needs, as he's a very anxious booger. Okay, my GoPro needed to charge a little bit before we went out, so I went ahead and put some woofs on. When I condition, I just use jump tack and some woofs. I'm gonna wear my cross-country watch, so I only use this for conditioning just so it helps me practice using it. I'm very clumsy with it, and I'm notorious for screwing it up and having no idea what I'm doing. So I've been using it as good practice to do my times. I'm gonna put his tack on, and then I'll do his girth outside as we are heading out. So right now I'm doing 3 sets of 4 minutes, and that's really all he needs for today. After I finish conditioning, I ice him for 20 minutes and pack his feet, and then he gets another beamer session. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Good boy. Just walking out so he can cool down. So the first thing I do when I get off from canter sets is throw him in a stall, see if he wants to pee or take a drink of water, and then I throw these ice boots on, or ice wraps I should say. These are new and I love them, and then those will stay on while I rinse him off to help him cool down. I had the fan on him, but he's already cooling out really fast, so I turn the fan off while I hose him, and you can see he's cooling out really quickly because he's very fit at this point. So these ice boots are, I keep saying boots, these ice wraps are new to me. They are the Horse with a Z brand, and I've been really happy with them. I love throwing them on before I rinse so that they get a little ice water going down, and he's been super happy with them. I'm really happy with his fitness right now. When he's done icing in the boots, I'm gonna let him dry. He'll get to graze a little bit, hopefully, and then re-beamer and pack his feet, and that's kind of it for how I handle conditioning. You have a middle part going on. That's silly. That's silly. Do you want a cookie? I brought him some apples today because don't do that for him enough, and he really loves apples. Do you want an apple? He says, I love apples. Ironically, despite how picky an eater he is, he always wants to gobble grain down after working out, which is not the most appropriate time to do so. Yes, I like to lick the apple juice off your hands. Yeah, I know that. He's very, very messy. Such a good boy. The boys are banging down the barn because I'm giving Doppler a treat and not them, and they're upset about it. He doesn't have to share today. You got your own cookies. Don't be rude. They are so extra sometimes. Star is also sitting behind me. We do not reward naughty behavior. Let's bite. Oh, nope, gonna make it 2 more bites. And say now we go in for the licking. I don't have another cookie. So that's pretty much it for today. He's walking so silly. I'm gonna let him graze a little bit while he stands in his ice wraps. But he was a good boy. If you guys have any questions about what we talked about today and my schedule getting ready for the season, or where I got my conditioning ideas from. It's all from the USEA recommendations for novice and training level conditioning, and I will link the article down in the description below. But feel free to ask any questions you have in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.